All right, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez. Sorry, excuse me. Every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage curtain drama. We also talk about superstar injury updates, inactive statuses. We talk about contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings. We talk about promotions from WWE to AEW to TNA to Ring of Honor to the CMLL to the GCW. If it makes major news headlines in terms of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show 1010%. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into our next segment. But obviously, before we do that, I just want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit up that super chat. Still waiting for you guys to be a part of the mix, be a part of the show. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. If you have a burning question here at the GSMC Sports Network through these chats, you can just, let it all out. Get whatever you want off your chest, 1010%. Hit up that dollar sign though. It's that, it's super chat. Send in whatever you put inside that box going to be featured on this show, and we can bring you guys even more awesome sports content that you love by those super chats. They kind of help us, supports us. It keeps the lights on all these amazing podcasts. We are absolutely first and foremost super grateful for each and every one of you guys who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. So let's keep this party going. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. But once again, at the super thanks, super chat is not your thing. Go ahead and hit up the gsmcpodcast.net, tips and donations link. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity. But the best thing about talking sports is obviously a little back and forth banter, some criticism, some disagreements. Feedback is a gift. So don't be afraid to send in those chats. It should be pretty awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about our next segment. We have our way too early WWE Crown Jewel predictions. Um, I've kind of had my hot takes in terms of you know, every single time WWE brings a pay-per-view to like a Clash of the Castle or Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, or anything like that. Like it always seems like the matches like they matter, but more or less it just contributes to the storyline. You hardly see titles, change hands. Obviously, I feel like that's a huge reason why Triple H Paul Levesque was like, you know what? They don't really do the traditional Survivor Series anymore. The Survivor Series I kind of watched growing up, especially like during the late 2010s, where the champion versus champion on through the tag, the women's Intercontinental would face the United States, try to prove brand supremacy. And then the traditional 5-man tag team match was actually one of my favorites. Obviously, it's kind of ditched now. We do have war games, which is cool. It is cool, but I don't know. I kind of miss that format. But overall, my way too early Crown Jewel predictions. Obviously, we have Rhea Ripley who's going to fight Raquel Rodriguez. I you know I feel like Raquel Rodriguez needs to kind of make a name for herself. She has been confirmed to be joining the Judgment Day. So now you have Liv Morgan with Dominic Mysterio by her side. Rhea Ripley is essentially all alone because right now Damian Priest is still dealing with the whole Finn Balor situation. So she's gonna have to find just an ally. She's gonna have to try to find someone to kind of back her up. It seems like even with the help of Damian Priest, they always wind up beaten and battered inside the ring because it's like 5-on-2. Cool, you're the Terror Twins, but at the same time, it just doesn't hold that much. It doesn't hold that much. Prestige. So every single time she's getting her butt kicked and laid out inside the ring. Potential partners, maybe that could help. Kind of. You know, deter the Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Maybe she kind of reaches out to Lyra Valkyria. Maybe she finds a way to, kind of do that. Maybe a returning star maybe like Alexa Bliss, or maybe somebody like, you know, Asuka. Well, I don't know, Asuka. Maybe Charlotte Flair comes back. That'd be pretty interesting. It would have to be somebody who has, some baggage with Liv, I feel like. Or Raquel Rodriguez. But Raquel Rodriguez, I don't really, I think everybody just like loves her, you know what I mean? Uh Maybe, I don't know why, but Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan kind of look. almost alike, the short little blondes. Maybe, you kind of have a match right there. You have the powerhouse, but then you have the quick, the fast, always cunning, wrestling abilities that that Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss always introduce in all their matchups, which is cool. They get on the top rope, they get crazy. But I think Alexa Bliss would lay her out though. I think she's a lot better than Liv, and I know like I'm not a Liv Morgan hater. I'm not. But I don't know. I just feel like she can. I don't know. She hasn't been botching moves lately, which I've been kind of surprised. I'm happy that she's getting better. Happy that she's getting better. She's obviously learning a lot, and I'm pulling for her. By all means, like I said, like although some criticisms kind of come through the show, at the end of the day, respect all these amazing athletes from the men's and the women's division. Obviously, if I was anywhere near them, they'd probably kick my ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, next we have Jey Uso, perhaps defending the WWE Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Maybe Kofi Kingston joins in a triple threat match. It could be possible. Maybe, randomly. No, I don't think that would happen. I don't think that would happen. Maybe randomly Kofi Kingston wins the title, and then you have a jealous Xavier Woods just beat the holy hell out of Kofi Kingston, forcing them to have a match at Survivor Series where maybe perhaps Xavier Woods could become a champion. He could definitely beat Kofi Kingston. He can't beat Braun Breaker. He just can't. And if you want to commit to this new day, split, something big's going to have to happen. Something big, something, kind of surprising. But Jey Uso has been waiting this whole time to get a singles title. I don't think WWE is just gonna go on ahead and just be like, you know what, you're losing it a month later. Like, you know what I mean? But it could be a triple threat match, but I'm pretty sure that sounded weird. We're gonna get a Jey Uso taking on Braun Breaker round two, where you probably have Jey Uso, put the rivalry to bed and kind of end all that. All right, next we have Nia Jax taking on Liv Morgan. We all know that match is confirmed. I feel like Nia Jax is gonna, I don't know, she's gonna have to go toe to toe. And, Tiffany Stratton's gonna have the most opportunistic times because you have two champions in the ring at the same time. Both of them are gonna be laid out. Nia Jax maybe lays Liv Morgan out. They develop a plan where Nia Jax attacks, Raquel Rodriguez, leaving her wide open. And then you have Tiffany Stratton become the new WWE Women's World Champion. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty crazy. Maybe you'd have Tiffany Stratton kind of on both shows would be interesting. But I don't know. It should be pretty cool. Seems like that storyline could work. Next, we have Cody Rhodes taking on Gunther for the WWE. Well, not for the WWE Championship, for the WWE Crown Jewel champion. I'm just kidding. No, like the belts are cool and everything, but I didn't really expect that. But overall, I really, I think Kevin Owens finds a way to kind of get involved in this match, costing him the match once again, having Gunther win, kind of legitimately having Gunther becoming the champion and having him, kind of solidify his legacy as the World Heavyweight Champion. But then again, it can go the same way for Cody. Cody, could pick up a huge victory against Gunther, showing that he's because I love Cody Rhodes and he's had some pretty good opponents of the likes of like AJ Styles and stuff like that. But it's been quite some time before since he's actually like fought someone that was like, oh, like Cody could actually lose. Like, you know what I mean? He could lose this match. But I do think that they're going to, have a match. Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series. Right now, I feel like Cody Rhodes is going to take a break from this Bloodline storyline. So I don't know. I feel like anyone who comes out the victor of this match would would heighten their career immensely. Next, another match that I'm kind of floating around may happen, might not happen, is Damage Control taking on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They kind of feud back and forth inside obviously on Monday Night Raw and a couple of times. So it'd be kind of cool to kind of see them put up the WWE Women's World Tag Team titles against worthy competitors like Kairi Sane and Io Sky. That'd be pretty badass. Next, I have a triple threat match between the LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and once again Andrade. You know, um, The three are going to have to go at it sooner or later. They've been flirting with it for so long. It's been Hayes against Knight. It's been, I don't think we've had that yet. No, I don't think we might have. I'm not too sure. And then we have Andrade and Knight. Like it's been Andrade against Hayes. So, it's been separate. I think it's time to bring all three of them together, finally have a definitive winner. And I honestly feel like Survivor Series is going to be filled with, a lot of shocking twists. I go ahead and I'm gonna bet the farm that maybe Logan Paul finds his way back and challenges back for his United States Championship. Because right now in the main event thing, it doesn't really his name doesn't really fit inside the talks with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, The Rock. It doesn't fit like that. Right now they're kind of grooming everything up to for WrestleMania 41. They're grooming everything up to happen at WrestleMania 41. Logan Paul is going to come back, and I feel like him challenging Cody Rhodes, although they would have a great match, overall, you're gonna have him lose, which won't hurt his career or people's opinions or perspectives on Logan Paul as an in-ring competitor, because I feel like, the way he's trained with AJ Styles. He's great. I like at first I kind of wasn't really into the Logan Paul thing. Him and his brother, obviously YouTube stars and stuff like that, YouTubers. But they did it. They trained hard. They made it happen. Great example of a little can-do attitude and some elbow grease. You can wind up maybe fighting Mike Tyson. I don't know what's going on with that match. I don't even know what's going on with that. Uh, and lastly, we have Roman Reigns perhaps teaming up with Jimmy Uso to take on the Bloodline. I'm not really huge on this match right here because we recently had the Roman Reigns in a title match. I want to see a Bloodline. I want to see a Tribal Chief combat. I want to see Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa. Obviously tribal rules. That's when The Rock will probably make his move to put the Ulafala on top of Solo Sikoa, being like, all right, he was just kind of keeping it warm for me. I'm the true final boss. I am the true tribal chief. But we also have Hikuleo ready, waiting in the wings to be on SmackDown. Also, there's Lance Noe still in the mix. Um, I'm not too sure what's happening with Journey right now. Zila Fatu as well. There's still, a couple of dudes that this Bloodline Civil War could, kind of bring some of these guys together. And it's what if The Rock, goes out and he has his own tribal chief, gets his own guys, because I know Roman's going to bring back the original Bloodline. That's just something that's going to happen. Like he's going to bring back Jay, he's going to bring back Jimmy, maybe even Sammy. That'd be kind of cool if they brought Sammy into it, into the storyline. That'd be dope. But you're going to have this Bloodline Civil War thing happening for probably up until WrestleMania 41, which forces The Rock to take on Roman Reigns for the true tribal chief kind of thing. But then again, like a lot of sources like Paul Heyman, just say that this whole Bloodline Civil War thing, or this whole Bloodline storyline that we thought was going to be over after Cody Rhodes finished his story at WrestleMania 40 has just begun. Like we're still in the third inning. So that's crazy. That's insane. But overall, I'm in love with all these stars. I'm warming up to the Tungans. I'm not really huge on Tungaloa, but once again, he's good. He's a decent wrestler, but I like Tomatunga. He's pretty good. Although his mic skills are a little but yeah. All right, guys. So hey, do not go anywhere. We're gonna talk about our next segment. We have Candice LeRae becoming the first ever women's speed champion. So we're gonna talk about that when we return. So hey, do not go anywhere.